Welcome back, brothers. If you're just joining us, or if this is your first time diving into one of these deep dive reality checks, do yourself a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, and smash the like button if you're ready to keep peeling back layers that most guys are too afraid or too comfortable to look at. We're not here to sugarcoat. We're not here to sell you dreams. And we're definitely not here to tell you what you want to hear. We're here to give you the unfiltered map of the modern dating landscape so you can navigate it with your eyes wide open instead of stumbling around blind like so many men do. Today, we're expanding massively on the script you asked me to rewrite and lengthen even further. We're going deeper than before, because this topic deserves the scenario. Old college crush DMs, you at 43 it. This isn't just a quick 10-minute rant. This is a full masterclass breakdown of one of the biggest unspoken shifts happening right now in the sexual marketplace. We're talking about the slow-motion inversion of power, the brutal math of biology and time, the psychological traps, the ego defenses, the resentment cycles, the leverage flips, and most importantly, what it actually means for you as a man who's finally starting to see the attention you were denied for years. So, buckle up, grab a coffee, put your phone on, do not disturb if you need to, because we're about to go long, detailed, and mercilessly honest. Picture this exact scenario playing out in real time across thousands of cities right now. You wake up at 6:30 a.m. like you do every weekday. You're 43, you've got a decent but not flashy job. Maybe mid-level management, maybe running your own small contracting business, maybe something in IT or logistics. You're not a millionaire, but you're debt-free on your house or condo. You drive a reliable SUV that's paid off. You hit the gym 4 or 5 times a week, even if the results aren't as dramatic as they were at 25. And you've got a small but solid circle of guy friends who respect you. Life is quiet, stable, predictable. Your phone buzzes while you're brushing your teeth. It's not a layer 1, peak value window and illusion of permanence work email. It's a DM from a woman named Lauren. You vaguely remember her from college parties 18 years ago. She was the girl who dated the football guys, the finance bros, the ones with the fake Rolexes, and the leased BMWs. You asked her out once in your early 20s. She smiled politely, said, "You're sweet," and then ghosted you for the next decade plus. Now the message reads, "Hey stranger, long time no see, how have you been? You look great, BTW." You stare at it for a solid 10 seconds. Part of you feels a rush, vindication, maybe even a little petty revenge fantasy. Another part of you smells something off. You scroll her profile. She's 41 now. Lots of travel photos from 5 to 7 years ago. Group shots with girlfriends at rooftop bars. Captions about living my best life and no regrets. Fewer posts in the last couple of years. The glow-up pics have slowed down. The bio now says, "Looking for real connection? Tired of games?" This is not a fairy tale comeback story. This is market mechanics in action. Let's dissect every layer of what's really happening here. Step by brutal step so you never fall for the illusion again. Layer 1, the peak value window and the illusion of permanence. From roughly 22 to 32, sometimes stretched to 35, if she's exceptionally attractive or in a big coastal city, a woman in the top 20, 30%, layer 2, the silent correction, ages 33-38 of looks and social proof, has what economists call monopoly power in the sexual marketplace. Supply of high-quality male attention is effectively infinite. She can be picky to an absurd degree because even if she rejects 97 out of 100 men, the remaining 3 are still high status enough to feel like winning. She builds an identity around this power. I'm a catch. I deserve the best. I won't settle. She internalizes that her value is fixed, like real estate in Manhattan, rather than what it actually is, a highly perishable asset that depreciates faster than a new iPhone. She doesn't just date apex men. She rents their lifestyle temporarily. Weekend in Miami, bottle service, private yacht day trip, Michelin star dinners. These men rarely commit long-term because they don't have to. They have endless rotations. She mistakes access for ownership. She believes this is her permanent tier. Mistake number 1. Layer 2, the silent correction. Ages 33, 38. Fertility starts dropping noticeably around 32 to 34. Social proof starts shifting. The apex men she used to date aren't disappearing. They're just redirecting attention to the new 24, 28-year-old cohort that still has fresh energy, lower baggage, fewer scars from a decade of casual dating. Her inbox quality begins to degrade. The surgeons and private equity guys stop initiating. The guys who message now are solid. Layer 3, the reappearance phase, why now? Stable, boring on paper, the very ones she used to filter out instantly. Her ego can't accept the downgrade yet, so the coping narratives kick in full force. There are no good men left. Men are scared of successful women. I intimidate guys. I just want someone on my level. These are not observations. They are psychological defense mechanisms. They protect her from having to admit, I misallocated my most valuable years. I traded long-term security for short-term validation, and now the math doesn't add up. Layer 3, the reappearance phase, 38-45 plus. This is where you enter the picture. The women who once treated you like furniture now treat you like oxygen. They message first, they compliment your maturity, they suddenly love, stability, and kindness. The exact traits they mocked or ignored when you offered them in your 20s and 30s. Why now? Because their demand curve has gone vertical while their supply curve has collapsed. You didn't become Brad Pitt. You just became scarce and useful. Scarcity plus utility, sudden desire, but it's not romantic desire in most cases. It's pragmatic selection. You represent financial security without drama, emotional predictability, a realistic path to family if she still wants it. A man who's statistically less likely to cheat or leave because your options are narrower than the apex guys. You are not her fantasy. You are her spreadsheet's last viable row. Layer 4, the resentment trap, most dangerous. 4, the resentment trap, the most dangerous part. Even when she chooses you, the resentment often leaks out in subtle and not so subtle ways. She sigh when you suggest Olive Garden instead of the trendy fusion place her ex used to take her. She makes passive-aggressive comments about your practical car. She compares you unfavorably, even indirectly, to the lifestyle ghosts of her past. She pushes for commitment milestones at warp speed, moving in after 4 months, engagement talks by month 9 because her biological and social clock is screaming. She isn't in love with you. She's in love with the version of her life she thinks she was entitled to, but gambled away. You become the living reminder that the gamble failed, that resentment poisons everything. Layer 5, your new leverage and the strategic choice. Here's the flip side, the part most videos never emphasize enough. If you've spent the last 15, 20 years building financial independence, physical and mental resilience, social proof in real life, not just online, emotional maturity, you now hold the leverage at 4350. A high-value man's dating pool is actually wider than it was at 25 because you have resources. You have status. You have options, including younger women who value what you bring. Your fertility window is still open. Men can father healthy children well into their 50s and beyond. Layer 5, your new leverage and strategic choice. You do not have to accept being Plan B. You can filter just as ruthlessly as she once did. You can choose women who genuinely desire you, not just need you. Respect your value without nostalgia for a lifestyle they can't recapture. Bring fewer walls, less cynicism, less baggage. Many men in this position are quietly dating women 10, 15 years younger, not because they're shallow, but because the dynamic is healthier. Mutual desire instead of mutual desperation. Final reality. Check questions you must ask yourself every time. Is the interest organic or circumstantial? Is she pursuing me because I'm her first choice or her last safe option? Is the timeline driven by chemistry or by panic? Would she have chosen me 15 years ago if I had the same character but less status? Am I willing to be someone's emotional and financial airbag after they crashed the sports car of their youth? If the honest answer to most of these is no, or probably not, walk away. Your 20s and 30s of being overlooked were tuition. Final reality check. Questions you must ask. Don't pay it again by accepting scraps now that you finally have capital. You've earned the right to be wanted for you, not tolerated for what you provide. Brothers, if this long-form breakdown just shook something loose inside you, drop one of these in the comments to lock it in. Marketplace. If you now see dating as economics, not fairy tales. Leverage. If you understand the power has flipped. Authentic. If you refuse to be anyone's backup plan. Closing. Build relentlessly, stay dangerous reality. If you're committing to play the game with eyes wide open, and most importantly, subscribe if you haven't already. We drop these truth bombs weekly. Turn on notifications. Join the tribe of men who are done being invisible until it's convenient for someone else. Share this video with one brother who needs to hear it. Like it if it hit. Comment your story below. I read them all. Until next time, build yourself relentlessly. Protect your value, and never apologize for having standards. You're not late to the game. You're just playing on a completely different field now. Stay dangerous, stay awake, peace.